Oops. Okay. Hi, good morning. Hello. Happy Monday morning to you, beautiful people in your homes. Hello to everybody in their homes. Greetings from my home. Surely we're already into this space, right? Is it coffee time? Coffee o'clock? Isn't this coffee cup so cute? All the members of the Jen Hatmaker Book Club got this coffee mug in their box this month, in addition to my book 3 weeks early. They just are getting them right now. It's very cute. Okay, I want to tell you one quick thing that we have added to a thing, and then I have something to talk about. Because you do remember, of course, that incredible live event that I was doing with Brene Brown and with Angela Johnson is no longer a live in-person event because there's no such thing as that anymore. And we moved it to a webcast, right? And so we moved it to a webcast, which is going to air on April 30th. And so just as a reminder, because we have somebody new joining us, listen up, because we've got Brene. These signs have come in really handy for me week after week. We've got Angela Johnson. By the way, if you are not following Angela on social media right now, you need to get your life right. She and her husband are killing the game. Guess who's joining us? Guess who's joining us for the webcast? Woohoo! Your favorite and mine, Johnny Swim. Listen, if you do not know their music, I don't know what to say right now. You need to stop everything that you're doing right now and download everything they have ever recorded. This is husband and wife duo. They're too cute for words. I actually can't talk about it. It hurts my feelings, like to look directly at them. They are so beautiful. And, they would be your enemy. I'm telling you, they would be all of our enemy if they were not so fantastic. They are so funny, and I love them so much. Anyway, Johnny Swim's joining us with the music. Why would you miss this? Like, why? Like, Jen and Brene and Angela and Johnny Swim webcast come to your screen, and that's the only place you can see anything right now. So do not miss this. April 30th, okay? So there's 3 ways that you get to have access to this webcast. If you bought a ticket to the live event that's now, you're in, okay? If you bought a ticket to the rescheduled live event, which is now September 9th, you're in. And anybody in the whole world who pre-ordered this book in any format from any vendor, you're in. All you got to do is go register for the webcast. So go to my website. Even if I just said you're in, you still have to register. Okay? So go pre-order if you haven't already done that. That's your quickest and easiest ticket in. And then go to jenhatmaker.com and register. Okay. I'm so excited about Abner and Amanda joining us. That's their real names of Johnny Swim, are Abner and Amanda. Okay. This is what I was thinking about this morning when I was thinking about you, and I was thinking about us, and I was thinking about all of us right now. I had a chat with my besties last night. We had a big porch Zoom meeting, and I still woke up thinking about some things. And so this is just kind of what I want to say this morning. I'm noticing, like, in our family, and I'm noticing in the families that I love, that in different ways, it doesn't always look one way, but the edges are, they're starting to fray a little, right? They're just, and this, depending on like what your personality is, sometimes it looks like anger. It comes out as anger for some people, just like this boiling, like simmering, ragey space. For some people, it looks like fear. And so it's just like, obsession and just, squeezing the thing to death and just wrangling it, being really, really afraid and worried and taking this like just constant media input just to like feed the beast, right? For some people, it's starting to look like being really, really withdrawn, like just pulling back and, that actually, that's how I would do. That's I respond to that response. That's my instinct, which is just to kind of go dark and just sort of go inward. And so what's starting to also look like in families is arguments, right? Or behaviors that are way beyond the pale, just reaching for either numbing mechanisms or behaviors that are just like not normal for somebody. Like, what are you doing? And this is just like in my real world. These are real life scenarios that I'm seeing in my actual world. And so I think what I want to say this morning is that I hope that we can do whatever it is, whatever's possible within our reach to resist shaming each other in our responses. Even when those responses look really volatile, or they're creating like a lot of drama, or we're worried or whatever, like, I hope the first thing that we can reach for is that, this is what I told a friend this morning. I texted a friend this morning. I'm like, look, none of us have ever done this before. Never. We don't have precedents for this. We don't have people ahead of us to teach us what to do. We don't have mentors to say, this is how we did this the last time, right? We are just learning on the fly. Like, we are learning how to fly the airplane in the air. And so it makes everybody's afraid and everybody's rattled. And so I cannot bang this drum enough that I hope that we can figure out how to give each other endless amounts of grace right now. And I hope that we can figure out how to give that to ourselves. Endless, like endless. Even when the thing that we're receiving from a person looks like fury, or it looks like their hair is on fire and they're just coming into a room like a wrecking ball, right? That person is just freaked out. That person is freaked out. Sometimes that person's a teenager. What do they know? What do they know? They don't know anything. They're simmering in their own pool of disappointment right now, and worry and unmet expectations, and it's just coming out sideways. And so I wonder if we can, even on the receiving end of someone's reaction to what's happening right now, if we can just say, rather than, don't yell at me, right? Or like, it's not my fault, or I don't need to do 9th grade biology. That's your job, right? Or whatever the thing is. If it's to a spouse, like there was a moment last week where I thought, Brandon Hatmaker might kill one of us. Like, he might. It is within the realm of possibility. Like, one of us might go down. I wonder if instead of being like, you need to calm the freak down, right? Or like, if instead what we can say is, this is so much, isn't it? It's so much. I like see you right now. I know this is frustrating. Like, I know that this is scary. I'm with you. Like, I do not want you to feel alone in your feelings, and I understand why you're feeling them. What if we could reach for language like that? Like, put aside our defensiveness or our own frustration just for a minute and like just be with one another inside whatever reaction that person is having, no matter how wonky, right? What if we just say, isn't this a bummer? This is scary, isn't it? And like, I see where you're at. And it's not fair. And I share your feelings. Like, I just cannot tell you the couple of times I've managed to do that to the big reactors that live in this house with me. It's like the wind just comes out of those sails. It's just all inflated with fear and worry and loneliness, right? We've never done this before, you guys. We've never done this before. So, my hope for us this week, as we start a new week, much like last week, probably just like next week, that our thing is grace upon grace upon grace. We will not get mad at each other. We will not take the bait. We will not shame anybody for whatever thing that they're spinning out with. We're not going to say, you need to do better than this, or, but rather we will just be with them in their emotion. And we're going to trust that that sort of togetherness in a hard space is powerful, and it's healing, and it's calming, and it serves one another well, way more than telling one another, you're doing this wrong, you're reacting wrong, your feelings are wrong. Well, that just increases our loneliness, doesn't it? That makes us feel more lonely inside this crazy world. So endless grace, endless mercy to each other. Even if we say, let's just set this down for a minute. Like, let's set the biology down. Let's set this thing down. Let's pause on whatever task we're doing. Let's just walk out in the grass. Whatever has to happen, right? To just deflate. Let's just be with one another right now. I would love to be able to say that we'll get to the other side of this and look back on it and go, oh, we were really good to each other inside of it. We made a lot of room for one another, and the different ways that we respond to stress, and the different ways that we respond to anxiety. And we were for each other, and we were with each other. Let's be honest. We can probably accomplish that. I don't know. Is 55% of the time, is that the number that we're now going with from, from the schoolwork mantra from last week? Let's just try. Let's try this week to take deep cleansing breaths and not shame anybody for the way they're responding. Because sometimes that even looks like humor. Let's not shame the people who are finding a way to laugh. That's important too, right? Whatever the thing is, let's just say, I'm going to be with you in this. In this response you're having, I'm with it. I'm with you. Okay. That's it. Right? We can do this. We can do this another week. I love you, and I'm grateful for you, and I'm grateful to be with you and for your presence in my life and for how much you share. And you're not alone. So whatever reaction you are having right now, I'm with you inside of it. If it's like hysterical clown laughter, I got you. If you are in a ball in the corner in tears eating cookie dough, I got you. Okay? If you are like in a blaze of glory right now, like cleaning out every drawer and rearranging every single room of furniture, I got you on that. I'm not actually doing that, but I got your response. Okay? Love you. Okay, everybody. Have a great Monday.